Hello guys, how you doing? Welcome to Sim UK. We're in the Sim Shack and we're doing a bit of sailing today, and as you can see, you can't rely on the autopilot 100%. If you've got the autopilot set up in a way that drives into another boat, it will just drive into another boat. So autopilot is on. It's something that's been added in the new update. I said I keep you all abreast of it. But yeah, you can't you can't just set it anywhere and expect it to work. But this is a test. It seems to be fairly accurate. If anything, I'd say maybe it was driving slightly to the right of the flag sometimes. I'm not entirely sure if that's my imagination or whether it's actually happening like that. But yeah, I mean, it seems to be fairly functional. This is version 1, sort of a beta version, if you will, of the autopilot system. I'm not doing any steering at all. This is all the autopilot. But as you can see, if you set it up incorrectly, you will still take huge amounts of damage. So you have to be careful with it. Having said that, it's nice to have autopilot. It definitely takes the pressure off the toing and froing a little bit. And I do wonder, I've made a few suggestions to the devs, some of which they've sort of taken on board, but none of which they've really sort of commented on and referred back to me. But I really think there should be an autopilot option where you can still travel offline. I think that would be really good. That way, you know, for those people with a short amount of time available to them to play, can autopilot their way back to a location, and when they come in and play next time, they'll be at the other end of their autopilot route, depending on how long they've left the game, I suppose. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's doing its thing, isn't it? It's ticking away. One of the other fixes they've done, you can see that the lighting has improved. If I come above the boat, it used to go, wow, massively oversaturated. That's been improved. I'd say probably still needs a bit of work, but you know, this is still early days in early access. The bucket situation with long lining, occasionally when you, I'm going to sink my boat here, occasionally when you oh my gosh, occasionally when you were long lining, if you pulled a bucket in, it would disappear. Sometimes it would come back, sometimes it wouldn't. Apparently they fixed that problem, so that's good. Loads of the missions, the medium-sized missions, were having issues that either wouldn't properly spawn crates or put them too far away for the crane to be able to reach, and on some occasions you couldn't, when you got to the delivery point, you couldn't offload the cargo. Loads of issues and problems there that have been solved, and that's really good, really excellent news. In addition to that, there's an autosave feature now, which is nice. We don't have the serious crashing that we had right at the very beginning when the game first launched. That was some hard going, that was. But we do have autosave now, which is nice. Just takes the pressure off people. Allows autosave to be sort of a backup to your original save files. They're also working on some fixes for save files. I know a lot of people have run into some issues and had some problems and stuff. But yeah, overall, it seems to be heading in a very good direction. Let me just bring up the rest of the list so that I can tell you everything. There's a lot of patches and stuff that's been fixed for those who have crashing issues. I'm very worried about hitting this jetty. I don't think we're going to. Save games are something they're working on. The roadmap is coming out soon. Tier 3 boats will be on the roadmap, so that's, you know, one thing people have been wanting to see. They say they've balanced long lines. I really think they should put a bit more information on there. In what way have they balanced long lines? I'd like to know. Especially since I'm in a competition at the moment to see who can get to 1 million first, and I'm using long lines. So yes, we'll have to see what happens there. They've improved the inventory system. You can now only hold one item of certain items, and some audio improvements, they say, as well. But again, no details anywhere, which is a bit frustrating. So I'm gonna hold them up on that. I'm gonna leave a message and say thanks for all the updates. We would really like more information so that we can, you know, just check these updates and patches and make sure that they're better. Oh, one of the key things they've done, they've added 1,000 kilogram bags of fish that you can now purchase, which is really cool. And they've added markings for medium cargo areas, a number of performance improvements, they say, and I'm getting solid 60 FPS right now. It is looking a lot tighter, I've got to admit. My boat's going to crash and sink any moment here. They've also added a crane on Stavoya and lights on fish farms, and they've added the ability to delete saved games from the menu but not name them. Docking areas around fish farms have also been changed, and adjustments to fog so there's no longer any black horizon lines, which is good. Where the hell? Right, so I appear to be at the end of my route. My boat is now doing donuts. Personally, I think it would be much better if my boat just stopped when it got to the end of its autopilot route, rather than doing donuts, because A, it could easily crash, B, it's just going to use up all my fuel. So I'll make that recommendation as well. So two feedback items. One, when you get to the end of your autopilot route, please shut down the engine. And two, please give us more information on the patches. So yes, I think that's it really. My boat, which is already crippled, I think is likely to bang into the side here. No, we're going to get away with it again. So anyway, there you go. Bit of testing for you. Autopilot does not guarantee that you don't take collisions, so bear that in mind, people. If you're sailing along and there's a buoy marker right where you put your route, you're going to hit it and you're going to take damage, and it's going to be bad. So just bear that in mind and try and avoid any buoy markers or any other boat or anything like that. It's going to be interesting how this works. What we need is like a proximity alert or something to be included. But anyway, I said I'd keep you abreast of the updates and patches, guys. The game is improving all the time. They're going to swap now from daily updates to weekly updates, which I think is a sensible idea. I still hope and pray that they're going to bring in a beta version so that we've got one stable version that people can play, and then all these updates and patches and new features come on the beta version until that's proven to be stable as well. That's something I've asked for multiple times. Still waiting to hear back on whether or not they're even considering it. But yes, the autopilot definitely works, so good news. And the game has improved a lot too. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, because that's the wife annoying me. She wants me to go get ready to go to London. So yeah, thank you very much. I shall see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Goodbye for now.